It's not consistent.
I mean, there's no law that there is. There in some other country.
Yeah, they're making a dish.
Look.
They don't respond.
Brendan, did you see the great new stuff in the update? Okay.
Getting them to focus on hard now. And then we have $6 to set that 2 cents
break in
toll.
there.
Toll fees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To avoid a $50.
You just don't know what you're getting.
Did I get that as a test?
Our first game.
I got both.
We got off top first. That's how I was thinking like, all right, we're
Or
locked.
you get the line.
End of the first, start of the second, we're down 10 cents.
I want you to help me. I'll give you a third of this.
That's something
So this is really happening.
Sign me up. Baseball.
Yeah.
That's a high school industry.
Oh.
What people don't know, on some of these, they'll send you a check.
Oh, that's for great.
Big process, they're supposed to give some money back. It takes 6 weeks for that check.
Where was it?
Clear on a foreign bank.
Really? Hopefully they show up.
It's cruel. Yeah, see, that's familiar. It's, where the people
There's, yeah, usually fine. I think she's the only one that does anything on when, like during the week. Mondays are when ambulance sometimes uses it. Other than that, so yeah, you're good there.
That's good. Good they're doing that.
You do it every year, right?
It's a 2-year.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were hobbies, not that true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were quite good year cover times. So nobody was.
Somewhere, yeah.
But if they're gonna pay for it, they're afraid that whoever wants it.
So I told them about Vernon.
People are going to.
That's why I told them. You need to so yeah,
They don't feel very appreciative of
it's free.
It's $40 per
staying with them, but they say, hey, welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, just let me know. Well, not Cassie, but she's obviously in the building with us. So. Oh, yeah, no, she is. Her office is. So she is. She did tennis for us. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe she
I
is.
sent the email to her.
Okay, well, then maybe she still is.
It says that she's out of the office. You're out of the track.
Gotcha.
Early part of the 20s.
So
She
maybe
got
she-
right back to me.
There
Yeah.
are people.
I guess she isn't there.
Big
So
cities
maybe-
couldn't afford to.
Right.
Before birth control.
Right. I don't know if she could, I didn't see her in the school. They're all doing well. Because I, Christmas last year, so I'm
Yeah.
They're
They're old enough.
No.
So it's like I could bounce back.
Play if they can afford to feed you.
Yeah. Sarah's still out. There's something else.
Yeah, quit. And then they want them there now.
You would think two Americans would prefer them to be acted by people that have money and who can afford
That's what I have there.
Yeah.
Our person brings in kids.
You too, my troublemaker.
April?
Will you please?
I can't find it.
Can't
find it, really.
I thought you got the other one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should have known that.
I can't find it.
Okay. I'll see what I
Good
can.
grew up, good morning, you said you should.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Well, that's one of them.
I check my stubs, when my stubs line up with that. Almost not got the mail.
That don't make sense, but
Did you want to meet at all?
but you've been emailing me about it.
I was wondering about that.
You got that still.
That's okay, it's yours, and then I always have people who give their deposit back, but then they like move the booth, but now I can't give them, and all that stuff.
Officers and stuff.
I wish they would just be like, if you can't find that person, then have to send that to the treasury and everything like that, just be like, well, deposit it, and the city gets it back or something.
You have to put it with like the Iowa.
Yeah.
Great Iowa Treasure Days.
I sure do.
Just do your thing. The biggest thing you probably have there.
I always check it every year at the state fair, they do that. Very interesting. Your name never comes up.
But
I did get us some.
you look through everybody's name, just see if you don't realize it.
No, no, it's a pretty long list, so that's almost impossible, but I checked like my family, Kyle,
They met a couple.
Kyle Kelly's, not Raider.
I got us some for the fire department and the police department. Like, we would pay the check, yeah, found 2 refunds for ours. Because we had Rob Sand come up to one of my conferences and said the cities have time for the city down there. So check, and then you have to think of like, you know, Lisbon, city of, or city of, Lisbon, like you have to think of all the different ways to put it in.
Sesquicentennial or Lisbon.
Yeah.
Could be potential.
Yeah, instead of just sending you a letter saying, hey, you got money here.
Right.
Yeah, they put it on the side and hope to keep it forever. Not like a big deal to do it. I mean, money
No,
goes
they
there.
collect,
Money
they
goes there,
collect
stays
it for
there.
stopping it.
You're right, maybe just keep it.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting rain out there right now.
And I only think about it when I'm ordering the state fair.
I like the fact that turn it into paper, you know, and also like high profile ones on there, and that's about it.
Like New Downs does bring back every.
How people go, you know, I've seen ones that are just thousands, like, how do you not know that that's what these are?
To the fair, we have to.
Yeah, you don't even, you can't go high enough.
Receiving it, I probably signed it.
And I checked those things, just to make sure again, and it's still not there for another tonight, so, yeah.
We'll call the meeting to order. Nate? Present. Mike? Present. John? Here. Kevin? Here. Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's one place I catch up.
You have a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
You have a motion to a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public input. This is the time and place for discussion items not already on the agenda with the time limit of 3 minutes each. Discussion and possible action in reference to Sauerkraut Day, 150-year celebration committee.
That is actually going to be our t-shirt idea, but we didn't do it.
We also got a piece of paper here that says whatever they're gonna do and all that. And then
Yep, so there's a letter there to the council from the Sauerkraut Days Committee, and then I've printed our tentative, subject to change, Sesquicentennial celebration schedule as well.
As far as what we're asking for, it's business as usual, with the addition of the Sesquicentennial items. So road closures are all the same, except for the Sunday before, for the Southeast Lynn pancake breakfast. Free to the public, everything's donated or paid for by others. But we're asking to close off South Washington from Main Street to South Street. They're planning on cooking in the alley right behind their building and then serving out on Washington that morning. Set picnic tables up there and just do it right there next to Southeast Lynn. And then the only thing that's changing this year for Sauerkraut Days is that we'll be doing an ice cream social out of the new sports complex versus at City Park.
Oh, here.
Correct.
and the fireworks up there.
And fireworks, yes. Everything Thursday night is moved to out of there.
I noticed, did we budget for, you're asking for 6,000 this year? How much did we budget for?
We normally do 3,000.
Okay.
We talked at the Sesquicentennial meeting about asking a contingency in case anything arises for the Sesquicentennial celebration. That way, if anything needs to be purchased or happens, we thought that we could run it through the Sauerkraut days. We would just pay for it, and then we wouldn't have to wait for another council meeting to approve any spending from Sesquicentennial.
So what do we do on that, Brandon?
So I'm planning at the next meeting, if you guys are good with it, to set aside 3,000 lost tentatively, and then go request whatever in addition for the 150 celebration.
But as far as Sauerkraut days, it's the normal 3,000.
And I'll have that checked tonight for you if you want to take it with you.
Perfect.
Anybody, any other questions?
The only thing I have for you guys is we normally close the splash pad down Wednesday night and don't reopen it till Sunday. But with us gonna have the carnival and stuff still in, I would just assume we leave it closed till Monday.
Yep.
You guys are okay with
Absolutely.
That's Wednesday to Sunday.
that? Wednesday, it will shut down Wednesday night and we will reopen it the following Monday morning, or yeah, Monday at 10.
Okay.
Anything else? So, everybody okay with this?
If you could just approve that, that'd be great.
Move to approve.
Motion to approve, do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Discussion and possible action in reference to payment to YTT Design Solutions in the amount of $11,160 for Phase 2 engineering.
So this is for development and engineering for the Phase 2, which is the ball fields that are grading is complete and they're scheduled to start next week.
We have a motion?
So moved.
A motion, we have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Reschedule public hearing for fence regulations to August 25th, 2025.
So we met with P&Z and our city engineer in reference to some changes to the fence regulations. There's some language that Dave has found he would like to add to it with the timeline that you have to post in the paper by. We couldn't get it done, so we're going to have another P&Z meeting. I didn't want to rush it through, especially around Sauerkraut days, so if we could reschedule it for the 25th of August, that'd be fantastic.
So moved.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 24-2025, approving property liens.
So this is for 2 properties in town for utility payments. And those are
Stutzligers and Inklers.
yes.
Somebody news working on stuff like
Actually, no, it's not Stutzliger. It's 419 South Jackson and 218 East South, which is the same owner.
Have a motion for that.
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Nate?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Resolution 25-2025, approving fiscal year 26 capital improvements and loss transfers.
These are all budgeted transfers. Beginning of the year, we do this each year. It's for each department's capital improvement, for equipment and what have you. And then also the lost local option sales tax transfers for the year.
Motion to approve 25-2025.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Nate?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Resolution 26-2025, approve and fiscal year 25 budget final amount transfer.
So this is the sewer sinking fund to the sewer fund after paying the bond payments and the interest and all that. We always do that at the last step before we close the books.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion to approve, do I have a second?
Second.
Kevin?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Nate?
Aye.
Public hearing on proposed amendment to the Lisbon Urban Renewal Act. Need a motion to go into public hearing.
So moved.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
this is just to amend the urban renewal area. This is for the Goose Bay properties, which is the Elite Stone Factory. So in order to do TIF, we have to amend the urban renewal to include this project. So that's basically what this is.
Any questions? Any motion to go to public hearing?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 27/2025 to approve urban renewal amendment for the Lisbon urban renewal area.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, have a second?
Second.
Nate?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Resolution 28/2025, setting date of meeting in which it is proposed to approve a development agreement with Goose Bay Properties LLC, including annual appropriation tax increment payments.
So this is a resolution. We'll set the meeting, and this will approve the actual agreement with Goose Bay Properties for that project to use TIF funds for. So this will kind of be hopefully one of the final steps, and then that'll be a done deal.
Have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and second. Kevin?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Mike?
Yeah.
Nate?
Aye.
Set bid date for well number 5 for August 7th, 2025 at 2 p.m. in Lisbon City Council chambers.
So Dave is gone tonight, but he is going to be setting out the bids for well number 5 project. This is the treatment building out the sports complex. And the bids are due 2 p.m. on the 7th. So we need to just set that as the date. Motion for that.
Motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Set public hearing for, I just said that one.
Nope, you're good. That was, before was the bid, now it's the public hearing.
Set public hearing for well number 5, specifications, formal contract, and estimated cost for August 11th, 2025 at 7 p.m.
So the bids are due the 7th. The next council meeting after that would be August 11th. That is when Dave will come in here, go over all the specs, his cost, evaluation, and then give you his recommendation on what bid to accept. So we're just setting that for August 11th at 7 p.m. Just need a motion.
Motion to set the public hearing.
Motion and a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 29/2025, approving fire department member.
This is for Jake Hansen. He lives real close, right across the street. He's requested, they're asking to get on the fire department. The fire department has approved him, and he will be a full-time member, replacing the vacancy held by recent Tyler Smith that left us earlier in the year. So he's filling that hole.
Motion?
Motion to approve Jake Hansen.
A motion and a second.
Second.
Kevin?
Aye.
Mike? John? Sorry.
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Kevin? Or Nate?
Aye.
Somebody,
Somebody answer.
correspondence?
Nothing tonight.
Okay, city engineer.
The only thing I have from him, other than what we just all went over in that, was the grading company that did the sports complex is obviously a local contractor. While they were here, we got a quote, which was under the threshold for bid, to basically extend 3rd Avenue to get to the well house to add temporary roadway to there. We were able to do it while they were still here. It saved mobilization, significant cost savings, so we went ahead and did that. It was within my threshold of spending, so I met with Dave and Travis, and we had them go ahead, and they're out there working on that now. So that is all I have for that.
Public work.
Tomorrow, we're gonna make our final tie-in for the water main project to Maine. So that street should be buttoned up, and then starting next week, the asphalt should be coming in to re-asphalt those areas, and we'll finish the concrete and work on seeding. We have, I believe, tomorrow or the next day, our straw coming. So we're gonna shred straw bales over top of our seeding, so hopefully we can get a better product, being we're out of the seeding window, and try to get that established the best we can before Sauerkraut days. Other than that, we've got street painting gonna start and street sweeping, so we'll be pretty busy getting ready for the big holiday.
Any questions, Travis? Clerk's Rec.
All right, I have his report. Registration for fall flag football and soccer started last Monday. The deadline is August 1st. During Sauerkraut days, as you can see on the tentative schedule, Park and Rec's going to be doing a scavenger hunt. That'll be on social media. It's going to be August 10th through the 17th, so be looking for that. Also on that schedule, he wanted to mention movie in the park is Wednesday. It's going to be at City Park like always. It'll be at dark. They're working on getting ready to run the concession stand for the slow pitch tournament for Sauerkraut days. And back to school night is at Lisbon City Park on August 21st from 5:30 to 7:30. That is it.
Library.
She couldn't make it tonight. She wanted to thank Public Works for putting up the free library near the splash pad. She said that's going over very well, and a lot of compliments on that. And then also, she sent me a bunch of events coming up at the library that are going to be put on the sign. I have a couple of them on now that are upcoming. And just a reminder that every Tuesday at 11 a.m. they have story time at the gazebo, weather pending, obviously. So if any kids in town would like to attend that, they would love to have you.
Any questions? Mr. Berman.
You know, should have the June report. We had the golf tournament last month for Monster. It was successful. Huge thanks to all the donors and everybody that came out.
Any questions for Jason?
No problems.
Ambulance.
I have nothing for him tonight.
Fire chief.
We ordered 5,000 water balloons for the bathtub races. Last year we had 4,000 and ran out pretty early, so we ordered 5,000 this year. And we're starting to get prepared for the pancake breakfast, which will be on Labor Day.
Okay, fire chief. City administrator.
Tomorrow we'll be meeting with the contractors over the next phase of the ball fields. We'll also be meeting with the electrician. The goal is to get the electrician in here so that they can get all their conduit in the ground before they start their fine grading of the ball field, so we don't have to tear that up once they start. And then also I'm meeting with Musco Lighting next week. They have the plans put together, and we're hoping to get some sort of sponsorship for them, so we'll be working with them on that. Fairway grand opening was this last week. Very successful grand opening, probably the most people I've ever seen at one, at least in my time here. And from being out and about and living in that area, the store has been very busy. So the support has been outstanding, and they're very happy with everything thus far. So thank you to everybody that came to that. I know it was important for us showing the support. As you may have seen, the ditches, kind of a wide ribbon, and then the retention pond, the best we could get, has been mowed. We'll do one big mowing again around Sauerkraut days. Gas main project for Alliant is wrapping up. All the lines and mains have been put in. They're now working on transitioning private residents over to the new mains, and they've started restoration work. So that should be wrapping up here, I'd say, in the next month. I am going to push for them to make sure that they get the concrete put back in any areas that would affect Sauerkraut days. There's some out here, there's some down at Walnut. So I'm going to talk to them tomorrow about that. Been getting ready for the 150th and Sauerkraut Days, and as a part of that, CEG has nominated the committee for the 150th as their committee of the year. So kudos to everybody on that. And that is all I have. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, Brandon? Council, Nate?
I don't have anything tonight.
Mike?
Nothing.
John?
There's a few other things going on with the library, Snakes and Heritage Hall, some cooking classes, and thanks to all the guys working on that water main project, be willing to do it in-house, saves us money. Thank you. That's all I have.
John?
Was just looking at the Sauerkraut Days thing, how have we been doing on that parking at that new sports complex? And do we think that'll be a problem like for that Thursday with all that stuff going on?
Well, there's more parking there than there is at the park. It is going to be crowded. We've actually had this discussion with just park and rec activities. People are just going to have to find places on Washington and along the street to go in there. We are going to come up with an area as long as the weather is somewhat decent, it's not soft. I'm going to propose the idea of making golf cart parking down Jefferson Street, like as if you were to extend that parking lot down, so that could help. Also, there's going to be a staging area on the north side of the street. And we've talked to Dave, I've talked to Travis. We're thinking about having the contractor grade that's still out there, grade that parking lot in, put in rock so that it's ready to pave or whatever we decide to do with it, so we don't have to do this twice. It's not going to be a huge area, but it will help with some overflow in that area until we figure out what exactly we want to do there. But so yes, it's going to be an issue, but I think if we even finish that, there's still going to be, it's just going to, people are just going to have to figure out places to park like they do at the park currently.
Christina?
I have closed out the end of the fiscal year and have established the new budget. And now I will be working on yearly reports, and the auditor has sent me their list for their items as our audit will be in August.
All I got is a very nice store. Very, very, very nice. I'm glad that Brandon, you took the initiative to get him here and to the council for financing that. Splash pad, is that automatically refilled?
No, we recirculate the water.
That many kids and they don't get that low? It was packed today.
Yeah, no, that's why you gotta backwash it. I mean, it's, yeah, there's a lot of bodies that go through that place.
Last week it was closed one day.
We had it closed.
There was a day for weather. We
Yeah.
closed early.
Yep.
Yep. Like we closed at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock on Friday, I want to say.
Yeah, that's when I called it, when you're down the after, so, yep.
So if we have bad weather coming in, you guys just automatically close it.
It's, yeah, lightning's 3 miles our window
Yep.
that we come up with.
That was pretty good event coming, and they were under a tornado watch, so that's when we decided to close it.
And I think that's all I got, so, meeting adjourned. How you guys doing? Good morning, Travis.
Want your check?
Sure.